So I'm gonna let them present and say what they want to say. And then I think they're gonna go back to work.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we want y'all to eat the breakfast for sure. And I'm Melanie Bell with Waco Title. I'm the business development representative for Washington County and our new Siloam Springs office. If you're selling in Siloam, look us up. We're right there. And this is Ellen. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Ellen and I'm a closer on Joyce. I've been in lending before I was a closer for 14 years, so I kind of have, you can wear both hats on that, which is helpful. And I would love to help anybody that needs help. I'm very hands-on. Call me on the weekends, call me at night. So, you know.
I'm also at Joyce, this is our Joyce crew. And I'm actually a trainee. I'm graduating, so to speak, this fall, but I am going to the table now. I came from banking, just about 10 years in banking, so switched over to the world, really enjoying it, but I'd be happy to help any of you.
Please tell them how long our training program is for closers.
Started in January, January 4th, first day. And I've been training, up until October is the full program. They're really about 3 to 4 years worth of knowledge that we just kind of cram into that time frame. Super awesome program though. And we have some trainings, manager, and then she has an assistant who's just super hands-on. We have all textbook that we need to get from the assistant to processing to closing agent. I've learned it all.
Is Patty still there? Yeah,
Yes.
she's amazing.
She really is.
She
Yeah.
really is.
And Elise is a rock star. I think she's the best trainee, so I'm glad she's here. And I'm Joni Martin. Been with Waco now 2.5 years, brand new to the Title I of the insurance, so completely changed everything, but started in the program. And that's what made the break so physically embracing and feeling confident. I can learn this and be good at it. So I love it. I made a great decision, makes the right company that set me up for success.
Yeah.
Makes me successful, and I'm here for whatever you need. I don't know if I'll answer on the weekend. I have 3 seconds. Monday morning.
Call me and I'll call her and ask her.
That's right.
Joni is also a great mentor. We call them cats. Yeah. Closing agent trainees. She's a great mentor, as really are all of our offices work together to mentor the cats as they come up. We don't want anybody to go to the table and not know what they're doing. That's why the training is so long. We'll never send anybody to the table just not knowing. So we love that about our program. And yes, Patty Bowman is incredible in the way she teaches the cats as they come up through the program and just mentors them all the way. And then her office is in Springdale, so they always know where to find her with questions throughout. So I brought these handy dandy flyers with me today, and it's the Home Buyer's Guidebook. And I think specifically you guys will be interested. These are great at open houses. If you have like first-time home buyers who are super clueless and just looking for answers, there's a little paragraph here about find a real estate agent. It gives you a little paragraph about why, and I know that's what your meeting is about today, but there's also good title insurance info on the back that tells the difference between a lender's policy and owner's policy, and basic little blurb about refinance transactions. So if they just really don't know, or if you get tripped up, if somebody's like, why do I need title insurance? What is that? This is your friend. You should just read it and give you an overview. And remember, if your clients have a question about title, I'm so glad you asked about title. Let me give you my title girl's name and she'll tell you all about it so that you're comfortable. Takes it off your shoulders. You call me or one of our closers and we will handle it professionally for you. Does that make you feel comfortable? That's all we need. That's all you need. We're here and on your side, so call us if you need anything. And
Waco titles on you.
no, I think we need to do the junction. We got, you write the song. And
I was thinking the Waco shuffle. I'm a little cooler than. Waco Rock,
Waco
yeah.
Rock. We'll do that. We'll make it up.
Awesome, awesome. We're
Things
on
to
it.
do the rest
Yeah,
of the day.
yeah, put it on the list.
Yes. Will y'all please eat, take these, enjoy them, we brought pins, and each of the girls has brought, they've gotten business cards there. Take them, feel free to give them to your clients too. We don't want to be one step removed, unless you just want us to be, because they're our clients too. We want to take care of them and we want to take care of you. We also practice making our realtors look like rock stars at the table. That's our job, is to partner with you to make sure that your clients feel like that they know they're getting the top quality of service. Okay. We're out.
Thank you,
See
ladies.
you later.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Ellen.
Y'all have a good week.
So do you guys need like 2 minutes to get fruit and chicken minis? Yes. All right. I'll let Thomas in. All right. So we got a few things to go over today that I want to make sure get done. One is that I really want to reiterate that our job for us, not for our clients, but for us, includes 3 things: skill set, mindset, and action. There we go. So the mindset has to come first. It just has to. If you don't have a mind to do something, which for a lot of us, the initial stage of this was, I'm going to get my real estate license. That initial step, we just have to take, and it takes a lot of faith, and we take that step. And what do some people say to us when we say, I'm going to get my real estate license? Are you nuts? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, some. Yeah, you must not know me as well as you thought you did. And right now, we're going to start hearing that more and more. What's going on in the market? Are you afraid? What's your plan B if everything goes to pot? We're going to start hearing those things. So your mindset is going to be very important. And what you think is what you vibe, what your energy is going to be like. So we want our energy to remain very positive. Is the market shifting? Yes. Yes, it is. It's shifting to not increasing in value as much as it was. And it is still outperforming the stock market. Big time, by the way, outperforming the stock market. So we're continuing to see increase in value. It's just not raising as quickly. We're seeing homes come on the market. So people have a chance to look. The other day, last weekend, I showed 9 properties to 1 buyer. How's that sound for a miracle? We've been working around 800 listings on the market is what we've had available. Now we're sitting at almost 1,600. This isn't bad. This is wonderful. This is fair. It's becoming fair. We have contracts coming in that are being accepted that are FHA and VA and RD. This is fair. This is when people can own homes, and this is good. Prices have not gone down. We are seeing repairs get negotiated. We're not seeing above asking price happen. Not as much, a little, not as much. We're not seeing appraisal gap language. I'm not seeing any of those things. I got real excited when I threw 2 listings on the market at the same week, and they were both over 400. I was like, this is a great week, and it was. Held them open all weekend, major plans. Got one offer on both. How many offers did I need? Yeah. We only needed one. We got it. We're under contract. Sellers don't need to be afraid either. How many offers do you need? One. That's it. So there's nothing wrong. I saw a meme the other day that just totally cracked me up. It was 3 women, two rectangular pictures on top and one on bottom. And the first one was Xena, warrior princess, with her sword with a war cry coming out of her mouth, and it said agents that have been in the business for 10 years. And then another one was the lady that's crying and pointing, and it says agents that have been in the business for 2 years in today's market. And then it has a picture of a lady with a glass of champagne going. And it's agents that survived through the Great Recession. And what I have to say about that is sometimes I have to realize that what I think isn't how everyone else thinks. And really my perception of the market shift is, thank God. I'm so glad. I'm so glad we're going to start to see some fairness occur. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. But I need to also understand that newer agents may be scared. And I want to give you some confidence that if you do the ninja system, you're going to be fine, because it's not contingent on the market anyway. It's not. It's contingent on life changes. If we take our average sales price of $345,000, I keep saying average when I mean median. If you take our median sales price, use Ninja's formula, multiply that by 5 1,000ths, so 0.005, you come out with a 1725 number. If you want to make $100,000 a year, you need less than 60 houses on your database. With that math, who can manage 60 on your database for a 6-figure income? All of us. Have no fear. Ninja's here. Work the system. The system works. So I'm very happy to say that I believe we're entering a period of fairness. It is still a seller's market. Days on the market have not exceeded 180 days. Less than 6 months is a seller's market. Over 6 months is a buyer's market. We are very much in a seller's market. Average sold is probably looking at 45 days right now on pending. So no big deal. No big deal. I'm happy. Any questions about that? Any thoughts about that? Bill, do you have any thoughts?
I do have a thought. I think we can serve our clients better in a market that's not so frenzied
Yeah.
and not so herky-jerky. So I agree with you 100%. I'm glad that it's cooled out a little bit. Let's get back to normal. And I think we can do a better job for our clients.
And straight up, what I'd like to say is, if you have that mindset that Bill's talking about, what he's saying in a very short summary is find ways to provide value. Earn your keep. Don't make it automatic. If you find ways to provide value, which we have a ton of ways to help you do that with, the best, in my opinion, is a real estate review. Not my opinion, Larry Kendall's opinion, and he's right. If you provide real estate reviews, you're going to be ahead of the pack. If you do auto flow, you're going to be ahead of the pack. If you write cards, you're going to be ahead of the pack. If you do 5 Ford calls a day, you're ahead of the pack. Guess what else you have to do? Respond. Maybe go fishing. Maybe enjoy your family. The system works. Have confidence in the system and just do it. just do it. We're working hard to make that easier and easier for you.
This has been an opportunity for me. I've had a lot of people that normally wouldn't approach me about anything, hear this and that about the market, and they'd come up to me to ask, hey, you're in real estate, like what's going on? And instead of telling them it's all going to hell, when you just kind of go over things with them as a professional, because I know the market numbers off the top of my head, you know, I'm not doing business with them right now today, but now as homeowners, they're not in a panic like they were after they watched the news or wherever they got their information. And they view me as a professional, and I have an opportunity there to serve them in the future if I keep up with them. So this market for us, I think, is all good because it is a little bit slower. We can serve people better, and we have a chance to position ourselves as a professional where we might not have had that just a few months ago.
Here, 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 here. All right. So got a couple other things to go over. I'm going to have Christian come up and talk about a story from the Atomic Habits book that I think everybody needs to hear. And then Rebecca is going to come up and she's going to show us the things that she's created that have helped her keep up with her database and her transactions.
So, yeah, so I'm sure some of you guys have read this book. Let's see, where's my, there it is. Yeah, I think I'm in the middle. So, yeah, Atomic Habits. Did we say chapter 3? Is that what the story's from? I think it is. 2 or 3. So they tell a little, basically the story is to kind of talk about difference of goals and process. Or a lot of us like to think about goals, where we want to be, what we want to earn. And he used a sports analogy, like a lot of coaches think about, I want to win a national championship. The winners and the losers say the same thing. But they tell this story about the cycling in Great Britain and how there was like basically zero success on a world stage for a long time. Weren't winning Olympic medals, weren't winning Tour de France at all over like 100+ years. And they said, well, they wanted to win championships back in, it's not like the desire wasn't there, but something they did I think they started about 15 years ago, is they started to really take a look at the process of the little things of what they're doing, and little things as far as how their bikes are tuned, little things as far as how they sleep at night, like the pillows they're using, and they just like micro-analyzed every little thing, like on a granular detail. And all those little things, none of them were big chunks, like a huge resolution that you got to follow through that's overwhelming. They're little things like 1% increment improvements. And
Like what?
Like, for example, yeah, so like the pillows, but also the craziest one that they mentioned is like, even like they analyzed, they inspected their bikes and the chains and everything for dust on the chains before races, so that the bikes could operate as efficiently as possible. So yeah, that was kind of mind blowing, because it doesn't seem like something like dust would really make an impact, but even if it was like 0.5% or 1% improvement, that might have been enough. And so the results of all of those things, they started, I think in 2008, they won an Olympic medal for the first time, or I think they won several. And then they started to like do really well in the Tour de France and won multiple championships in the last decade. So yeah, so basically, whenever you focus on your process, your goals will take care of themselves. So that's about it.
Got it.
Thanks.
Share your screen. Yeah. Remote.
This is allergies.
You ready?
Yeah, I need to share a screen, right?
Mhm. Doing with video. Okay, so excuse me. Something I feel strongly about is we don't all think the same way. And my method of keeping up with my Ninja 9 may not be your method of keeping up with your Ninja 9. And it's still the Ninja 9. We're just finding different ways to keep up with it. The recipe's the same. It's just the difference of an electric oven or a gas oven for the cookies. So thank you. Give me just a second. Thank you. They even show at an installation how one guy keeps up with his database by printing them out as if they're address labels. And he just carries those sheets of paper around with him and makes notes on them through the year, if he's kept up with them or not. That is crazy to me. And guess what? He outsells me. So whatever. It works for him. And what I want you to do is I want you to find what works for you. We have the Ninja week on one sheet of paper. A lot of people were like, that's way too much. I created one where it's just your daily sheet. This is what you do every day. And when I did that, a few people were like, that's exactly what I needed. My database is pretty simple. It's their name, address, phone number, email address, anniversary, house anniversary, birthdays. And then if I have boxes that I check for writing 2 cards, making 2 Ford calls, doing a face-to-face and doing a real estate review. That's their year that done. That works for me. If that doesn't work for you, you don't need to find a new company. That's okay. That's okay. You do need to find a way to keep up with it that works for you. If that's a fancy CRM that you pay $200 a month for, even, I don't care. If it's going to work, it's going to work. For me personally, a CRM does the same thing that Google Calendar and spreadsheets do. It's only as good as the information you enter. If you enter the info, why pay for it? That's where my head is about it. So I want to turn this over to Rebecca so she can show you guys what she's done and what's been working for her, because if you haven't noticed, it's been working for her. She's having a great year. So I'm going to turn that over to her, and she's probably going to wind up out producing me by far. She's more likable. Everybody knows that. So
All right. Um, this chair's crazy. Okay. First thing, you guys can see that? Okay, because I'm not gonna mess with this sharing. Okay, so I do use this old school Ninja planner. I love it. They come in, you can buy just half a year because there's only half a year left of this year. And so it's the right size for me. And it's got where I can look at this on one page and see what did I do for real estate this week, just to keep me accountable. And up here's my cards. This is a quick little checklist. The things I like the best here too is your forward calls. Is it right? You write everybody down, and I might get to Saturday and be like, oh crap, I got this much left. I better make some phone calls. And so it's just, I need a visual like that for me. And then for that Monday morning checkup, I will go back through here and input this information into my database and kind of double check, what do I need to do? Who do I need to get in touch with again? Do I just need to put them on pause? That kind of thing. But I'm liking this a lot. So just wanted to plug that in. Now for the database, let's see here. Okay, so I started, I'm going to do this. So I started with Jason's thing he did. I realized I did not make a copy, so make a copy and save it to your drive. Otherwise, he knows everything you're doing. And so does, I think, Felicia. So yeah, it only took them like 6 months to tell me this, but I found out. So now I have my own copy. Okay, starting point, basics, and then where's my note? So the info I needed was like warm list, hot list, pending. I need to be able to see that at a glance. And for me, and, I have my warm list, but then they switch to hot lists and I'm having to copy. It was not working for the way I work. So I updated it. It looks very similar. There were a couple of minor changes I did, and I did kind of quickly go over how I did that. You can easily Google how to do these if you don't know. One thing I did is I locked this top bar, the gray bar, so that way, no matter if I'm on row 100, I can still see those titles. That was I needed to do that. And so the other thing I added was a drop-down menu. So, and I've got it A, B, C. So then I can hit alphabet, put in order, ABC order, and then boom, my main people are at the top for me to see, but it'll be easy to add. I can add people in, and if they change, I can reorder that. So you put whatever categories work for you. This is what works. These are the categories I needed. That SOI, I did spheres of influence, kind of people that I'm an acquaintance with, but not necessarily friend with, but they're still on my list. And then agents, it's really nice, especially if you go to Ninja, you meet all these agents from across the United States, and it's great to keep up with their info because you might have somebody moving to North Carolina, and I've got an agent there, and I've got, agents all over. So I want to make sure I keep up with those agents too. And then the other drop down menu I did was hot, warm, pending, closed, lost, and NA, just obvious. Then this was how to add the drop down menus. So you go to data validation, and then you're going to scroll to list of items. You type in what you want your list to be, and then you just hit save. Super easy. And then you've got it. It's literally 2 steps. You just got to remember data validation. Then I needed to add color, because if it's 100 something things all the same color, I'm not going to be able to sort those out in my head. So I added color to what status they were, and also if they're clients and that versus friends and family and that kind of thing. But so you just go to format, you do conditional formatting, and then you click what range you're doing. On this example, I just did 1 cell, but you would probably want to do A1 : to 300 or something, because that's going to take care of that entire column for you. And then you just do text contains, I put hot, I change it to red, and done. So that's pretty simple step there. And then I highlighted my notes section because Jason has pointed this out before. You can add comments and it won't take up so much room in your spreadsheet, but I can comment and say, had lunch at Hugo's, favorite meal is Derek Special on 7/15. And then that way I know, oh, if October comes around, I might want to reach out to that person again and see if they want to have coffee or another lunch, and I now might say, hey, you want to go to Hugo's? So I've got that info. So basically my, what did you learn part of the forward calls will go there. And then the same check boxes that Jason has, I like that because I can check and see, did I keep up with my people the way I needed to throughout the year? And then when the year turns over, you erase all those and start over. So here's, see how this works. All right, so I've got mine. So here's my drop down and that, and then over here, like here's a comment. I sent her a note on January 4th. Some of this I have not updated since I was using the Ninja Planner, so I need to go in and update that. But and so to me, this is just easier for me to look at and understand. I do have people on my database that aren't on my auto flow because I'm just not there yet with those people. And so my auto flow is in blue, and that way I can reassess that every couple of weeks. Okay, do I need to add somebody, take somebody off, that kind of thing. But yeah, super easy. You just click, I can just add whoever I want, and then I'll alphabetize. Okay. Now, now that managed my database, which I think is key. And I've seen Jason do it for years. Keeping up with those relationships has just snowballed into more and more transactions. And it's really cool to see that happen. It really does happen. So now I needed I need a checklist thing. This Trello, some of you guys may, especially if you worked in business, you probably have already heard about it, but Trello is free. They have a free version and it's perfectly fine. You don't have to pay for it. And so there's the website. This is an example. I've got my pre-listing, active listings, active buyers right now, pending contracts, closed. I can change this up as I want. It's kind of like a post-it bulletin board, but I have this on my phone. I have it on my computer. You have your tablet, so you have it with you all the time to know what you need to do next. And so my pre-listing, Jason on the Google Drive has the seller, what do you need to do if for listing, and it just starts from making that appointment all the way to closing and what forms need to be turned in. So I just clicked it. I know you guys can't really read this, but I copy and pasted the checklist basically. So I used to print it out and carry it around and hang on to it, but now I've got this way. So schedule the listing appointment. I'll schedule that. And then appointment, listing presentation. After closing, what do I need to do? And then my documents, the third column is what documents do I need for the file? And I know, and I really appreciate Felicia and Tana keep up with that on our Google Drive, that we can click on that to make sure where we are in our process and make sure I've turned in all the documents I need to. This is just kind of on my side of things. I liked it. So let's see if I can figure out how to click on my Trello. How would I get to it? Oh, guys. Where's my mouse? Jason, you know how to find the mouse?
Find the mouse?
Yeah, he disappeared. So I can click on Trello. I was going to show how mine worked. Let's see this. I hope not. All right, let's do this. See if this works. Okay. Okay, so here's Trello. So I just want to show, here's my seller template. And if I am going to, if I have a new seller, a new listing, then I'm just going to copy this card and I'll put, what? I see it now that it's not working. Never mind. I am. Escape.
And just go to
My website.
Google Chrome and do it, yeah.
But that's not showing either.
It's
Is
not
it?
Share
And
and
restart.
restart it again.
Okay. I'm finding. Maybe. All right. All right. You guys can, I'm gonna tell you, is this showing it all? No. All right, where's my share? New share. That worked. I think it kicks me off.
Can I help? for a
Yeah.
sec?
Please.
Let me try. Sometimes we have to stop.
Sending to the TV behind us. And then start it up again.
Okay.
And I bet that'll work. I hope.
Looky there. You're a pro. All right, so here's mine. I'll just have a new buyer and I say create card and I'll move it down here and then I'll, oops. And I click on my card and then say I've done some of these things. And that I like this because it shows I have 25% done. And I can just see that at a glance. I like that. I'm not going to forget things. And then this is the other nice thing is say, he's pending, I can move him here and I can move him here. So I can just at a glance, bam, my active clients and how they're doing. You can change these colors. To add a label, I'm adding a green because that's an active one and you're done. Boom. So it's very easy to work with, free. I like that. And when you're done with the person, I can archive. I also have another page. You can have up to 10 different bulletin boards for free with this. And I have another page for kind of on hold where they were an active person, but now they're just kind of in the hanging out stage again because they changed their mind or they decide to rent or whatever. So there's Trello. And I will tell you this, one of the podcasts I like to listen to is Hustle Humbly. Especially it's two ladies who do it. I like a lot of what they say. They don't talk about Ninja, but they do a lot of similar Ninja things. So it supports everything I've learned at Ninja. She has a Trello tutorial on YouTube, and it's 20 minutes and tells you everything you need to know to get started. And I've got the link here, but you can Google Hustle Humbly Trello and you'll find it. This is what her little screenshot looks like. Now, one more thing I was supposed to cover was a C2EX, and I did this after getting my license and it was really good. I definitely encourage the new people to do it. And there's a bunch of different sections that you have to go through. So client service, fair housing, that was really helpful. There's some things that I needed to be mindful of that I didn't realize I did just so. Trust and integrity, areas of practice, real estate law. It's got all of these areas that you do some activities. Some of it's video, some of it's reading, some of it is go register to vote and click that you did that. Go to a city council meeting. And so it's really helps you be a more prepared and educated agent to serve your clients better. And they actually are having a challenge. There's kind of statewide challenge and then a broker challenge also to try to get 80% of the broker's agents. And then the brokerage gets money for advertisements and handouts and that kind of thing too. But just in case you need another motivation to do that. And any questions? Database, Trello, C2EX.
Good stuff.
You have your C2EX, you never have to take ethics again.
That's their way of getting us old timers.
Yeah.
That is, it is. It says on the C2EX says it takes 7 to 10 hours. It took me longer, but I just kind of did it in snippets over a course of a couple of months and got it done.
So Aaron files it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mhm. And you're good. And
You can put that up, that's another designation.
it's another designation, and actually part of completing a C2EX is getting a designation. So if you already have one, you can click that box, but if you haven't had one, then that's good motivation to prompt you to get one. And there's some great designations that don't cost a yearly fee and don't cost that much in the first place, but you still learn a lot. So any questions? No? Great.
So I would highly advise new agents to go after the C2EX designation and GRI. Those two are going to give you skill set that will help your mindset so that you don't feel bad about action. I know and have known a lot of agents that their entire career is education. All they do is educate. They never take action. They never make their database. If they make their database, they never call on their database. There's never an action to them. And our favorite saying around here is education without action is entertainment. And we don't want you to just be entertained here. We want you to take care of your family and move your life forward and meet some dreams and goals. So that's what that's about. And I have to tell you guys, we have a pie cook-off coming July 26th at the Park Place, POA Park. I don't know what I'm doing. Dinner will be provided. You need to RSVP because we need to know how many people to cook dinner for. And so your admin will be reaching out to you for your RSVP, and we need that quickly. We need it quickly. So the 26th, pie cook-off, RSVP. Need to know how many are coming so we know how much dinner to make or order actually. And we need to know if you're going to participate in the pie cook-off, which there will be a grand prize for.
Which is?
Is it all the pies?
So please plan to participate. We would love to see you guys there. The time, 6 o'clock. There. Dinner provided, but we gotta know. And if you come and we didn't know you were coming, you'll watch everyone else eat. All right. Oh, license renewal came out. And I got like 3, I think. I got 3. Well, maybe one was Rebecca's. Maybe that's what it was. So please do not, urgent notice. Urgent notice. Oh my God. Somebody beat Evan up. Just do it. It also tells you on the back of the card, the continuing education that you need. There's required agency, 3 hours, 1 hour of safety and 3 hours of elective. Anybody already have their continuing ed done for the year? I do. Nice. Do it. That's the meeting. I appreciate you guys. Have a great week. You guys really are the best agents in Northwest Arkansas and beyond. And I'm happy to be your broker. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.